Hi beautiful friends, this is Crystal Rose Insights here to do the weekly love reading for the twin flames. And I've already recorded the in-depth for Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. So if you haven't seen those videos, please do check them out because I do go more in depth in each of their specific areas in that video. But this is going to be a reading for the specific energies relating to their union this week from Monday, January 15th through Sunday, January 21st. And just like in the other two, we have this smoky quartz point here that is here to accompany us and to help amplify the energies. And this is a really beautiful stone for transmuting anything negative, grounding it, releasing it with Mother Earth. So this is about taking anything in our environment, whether it be thoughts, patterns, people, negative comments, negative ideas, any negativity we have in our space. This is going to help transmute that and get rid of it completely. So this is here to help support this reading, and this is going to be a general reading, of course, and if you've been around this world for a while, you know that general readings take what messages make sense to you and that you feel are appropriate for you, and then leave the rest, because a lot of people are watching this video, and it is my intention that everybody who sees any of my videos, no matter when it is, no matter how they got here, that however that came to be, that they're actually getting a message that's intended for them to help in their soul's evolution journey path. So if you would like a specific reading for your situation, please do reach out. I'm happy to do that for you. The information is going to be in the description box below. And I want to thank all of my subscribers, all of the people who have liked, shared, and commented on my videos. I have just an incredible community here of people and beautiful souls that I'm just honored to know, whether it's through my private readings and get to know you as clients, or just you're here watching these videos, even if you don't say a thing. I'm just really grateful that you're here and hope that you get some real value from this experience and the time that you spend here. Okay, so this is going to be for the twin flames. I'm going to pull 3 cards to start. One for Divine Masculine, one for Divine Feminine, and one for the union energies. And this is the Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. This is the energy, this is the overall energy of the Divine Masculine this week is the 5 of Air. Overall energy of the Divine Feminine is the 8 of Fire. And overall energies between the two and their union is the Queen of Earth. And if you have watched any of my videos, you'll hear me say that I do not read reversals in this deck. So if you're concerned that I'm flipping the cards over when they show up in reverse, please don't be. My deck knows that this is how I work, and every reader is different. And this is how I've chosen to work with this particular deck. And once in a while I might read a reversal. But in general, I do not, unless my intuition is calling me to. In other decks, I do read reversals. So it's just this one I don't. Okay, so the overall energy of the week of the union is the Moon card, Major Arcana card. This is about connecting to the intuition. This is about what's hidden. This is about connecting to the Divine Feminine energy of receptivity. And so there may be an element this week going on in the union of things under the surface that we may not be aware of. It also could be a week of heightened psychic intuition and connecting to our intuition. I know that's been a big theme, but this is showing up here as the overall theme for this union energy this week. So I want to put that right here. And at the underneath it is the Lover's card, another major arcana. I tell you, so the readings today, Lovers are here, and then the Life Experience card is here. So 3 major arcanas at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to put them all here. They've been really wanting to come through, so I feel like this time there's just such spiritual transformation happening for the twins. And the cards want to reflect that energy. The fact that there's these 3 major arcanas, hidden things around love, things about intimate relationships, brand new relationships, not brand new, but long-lasting relationships, and the Tower card. Okay, this is about things shifting, things changing, things being destroyed in order to rebuild something far better than you ever imagined. Okay, so the overall energy right now this week for the Divine Masculine is the 5 of Air, and this is about this is a bit about being suspicious, not really sure what people are trying to accomplish. This is also about taking a look at the situation in chaos and trying to make some sense of it. So I feel like there's an energy of the Divine Masculine this week of being in a place where there's some chaos, some conflict. He doesn't kind of know. I'm hearing he doesn't know which end is up. And so there might be a bit of a tumbling, tumultuous type of energy this week. But at the end of the day, it's really about, he may be reviewing his choices. So this is that somebody has made possibly an unwise decision, the concept of having made a bad decision, and that this is about the heads up that you may be repeating a pattern of the past. And this is a reminder for that. So this is asking the Divine Masculine this week to say, you know what? Does this feel familiar? Or am I making the same mistakes I've made before? Do I need to grow and make a different choice based on new knowledge that I have that I didn't have before when I did the same thing on autopilot? And there may be people around the Divine Masculine this week that may not have as high as good in their hearts. Doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means that they're either self-absorbed, focused, not really. They might be giving advice. They might be doing things that don't ultimately serve him to his highest purpose. So this is about, I think the Divine Masculine may have a bit of an inability to see clearly this week. And so he needs to just kind of not rush forward to make decisions and to kind of take a step back and see what's really coming forth. So the next is the energy of the Divine Feminine. So the Divine Feminine has the 8 of Fire. This is an energy of a lot of things coming at us at once. Many of them are positive, but it can be a bit of a state of overwhelm. So the Divine Feminines this week, relating to this union reading, may have the element of being in a bit of overwhelm. And I know the Divine Feminines have been doing a lot of work on their stability and their career and their financial stability. So I feel like this week there may be a whole bunch of things coming at them from a professional standpoint. It could be in the love relationship world. There could be some energies around the relationship having all sorts of things move forward, or signs or synchronicities happening. But there isn't a state of a lot coming at you at once. It's all for the good. However, it is a bit of that state of, oh my gosh, there's all this energy coming forth and I have to figure out which one to focus on. So this, the message of this card also is about not allowing your emotions and your reactivity to get in the way. And that was a theme of the reading I did, I think, on Friday, coming into the weekend, which was don't act impulsively, Divine Feminine. And it actually was for the Divine Masculine too, but the energy of impulsivity was a theme of that reading. So the energies of the union this week are the Queen of Earth, which is taking a sensible approach, having the ability to manifest, make beautiful things. And this is about being kind and understanding. So the energy of the Queen of Earth is in between these two, as he's dealing with a bunch of chaos, not really sure what's going on. She's dealing with some chaos and things coming at her. But the energies of the union this week is that I think the union energy is what's going to support them, like reminding the twins this week to not get all emotional, not get all in your head, but just be sensible, be very grounded. This is about anything that comes your way, dealing with it in a kind and understanding manner. And yeah, okay, so we're gonna get some more cards on all this, but that's the initial one, energies that are coming forth. I'm gonna pull some more cards now. I'm going to pull 2 more cards on this 5 of air and on the 8 of fire. I'm going to pull 2 more cards from the same deck. Please give us some more clarity on why is the 5 of air here for the Divine Masculine, please. 2 more cards. We get the 10 of earth. We get the 9 of fire. So the Divine Masculines right now are in a place where they're feeling a bit of this confusion. They're not sure if they've made the right decision in their life towards stability, towards love, towards happiness. And they're trying to assess what's gone on. But the fact that the 10 of earth is here, this is reminding the Divine Masculine this week that even though you might be feeling this chaos right now, there's some hidden things you need to figure out. The lovers are here, which means this is a really love-oriented theme. There's a crashing down of old foundations, old beliefs. That the 10 of earth is here for you. This is happiness, happy family. The culmination of stability in your life with a happy family life. So this is here to remind the Divine Masculine that this is here for him. And the 9 of fire energy is supporting him, saying, you know what, you're almost at the 10. You're almost at the end of this path. This is about not giving up. Keep moving forward. Even though you're kind of confused and you're not sure you're doing the right thing, Divine Masculine, this week, keep moving forward. Keep taking that action, having the courage, believe in yourself, because this is here for you. So I love that message when we combine all these 3 together. This is overall energy, but these are the supporting messages for him. So this is part of the journey. The 5 energy is the challenge energy. It's the uncertainty. It's the figuring things out and not knowing where things are going. But the 9 of fire telling him don't give up. It's here. You're almost there. And the 10 of earth being the prize. I love that. I love that for the Divine Masculine this week. Okay. Now I'm going to pull 2 additional clarifiers for the Divine Feminine. What 2 other messages do you have, please, about this 8 of fire energy for the Divine Feminine this week, please? Whoa. Oh, we get the world jumped out. So hang in there, Divine Feminine, because this 8 of fire energy is all moving you towards the world. Joy, contentment, things happening, path towards enlightenment, having gratitude for that. These are all signs. I feel like things may be happening for the Divine Feminine this week that are propelling things forward for her in a way that's actually helping her move towards her ultimate fulfillment. The world is the end of the major arcana journey in the Tarot. And it means after all the trials and tribulations, the lessons, the spiritual learning, the battles, the recovery, all of that happens, the spirituality, you get the world. So whatever's coming at you, Divine Feminine, don't give up. Not don't give up, sorry. But I mean, like, the world is here for you. The don't give up message is for the Divine Masculine. One more. We get the Page of Air. Gosh, there that is again, that same energy. So the Page of Air is saying in this 8 of fire, a lot of things happening at once. Do not speak before you think. Do not be impulsive. Don't be ridiculous. Like, don't let your emotions and your reactivity get the best of you this week, because the world is here. Okay, so Divine Feminines, in this energy of the 8 of fire, it's very easy when you're not thinking to just let words fly out of your mouth before you think about them. Please don't do that. And if you haven't watched the reading I did on, I think it was Friday, please do, because that message comes through very clearly, and I feel like that energy is bleeding through into this week, but just because it was only a few days ago that I did that reading. But the fact that it's here again is showing me that this is a very important message. All right, and 2 more cards, please, for the energies of the union this week. What 2 more messages do you have, please, for the energies of union this week? Release, Major Arcana, and the 4 of Earth. So we're getting a lot of stability energy here relating to the union energies, and the fact that the 10 of Earth is coming up in the Divine Masculines is showing him that it's bleeding through to him to let him know that it's here in the union. So the release card this is the Death card, or in traditional tarot. So this is about transformation. This is about changing, endings and beginnings. So it feels like this week there may be some endings of phases within the journey of the twin flames. And this energy is about spiritual transformation as well, because all of that, because it's a major arcana coming through, it's a big theme for the week. But there may be some learnings, some things that have come to fruition after all of these struggles that may be reminding the twins that it's all for our greater ascension into being content, content and having happiness and love and unconditional love, so that we can raise the consciousness. And the other energy is the Four of Earth, which is about being a little too cautious. And again, this is where this came up in the readings I did earlier too. But this is about holding your cards close to your chest and not, like, you're afraid of not having more, so you hold on to what you have. So there may be some progress made this week in the union that makes you feel like, ooh, some things are maybe moving forward, or maybe I feel like they're changing or they're shifting, but I'm kind of afraid to let things flow because I don't want to lose what I have. It's about energy of being a little too cautious. That's the message that's coming through right now, related in the way that these are all coming through. So this is saying that this is the spiritual transformation and the release happening here with this card relate to, I know my candle just went out, and guys, I swear to God, I'm out of all my candles. Such a bummer. I need to go to the store. But I did notice that. Let me see if this one will light. It's okay if not. We've got all these crystals here. Yeah, they're out. Okay. No worries. So I feel like this release is okay, so I'm getting the image of, you know how you're holding on to something so tightly and it's slipping through your fingers? Whereas if you just sort of release and let go, that's a part of the process here. So release your control over the Four of Earth. I feel the need to keep everything close to your heart, close to your vest, not let people see the abundance you've already created and manifested. You've worked towards this. You've worked towards the stability that you guys are moving forward towards. So don't let the fear of not having more stop you. That's a message I'm getting really clearly. All right, I'm going to pull a card here for the Divine Masculine, another message about the Divine Masculine energy coming into this week, one for the Divine Feminine, and then one for the Union energies from the Psychic Tarot, the Heart deck. Divine Masculine, one card, please. And we get the find balance. Yeah, he's got to find balance. It's in the 5. So the 5s are kind of like the fulcrum point in this journey from 1 to 10, or 0 to 10. But he's got to find balance. This also reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune card. But that there's got to be balance. There's got to be an aspect of not focusing too much on one thing, is what I'm feeling. So the Divine Masculines might have been very singularly focused, but they're trying to balance in this chaos all the different sides of their life. Because the 10 of Earth is here, this 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Fire saying don't give up. So that's the phase they're in right now. So I'm going to pull one card for the Divine Feminine too, please. Divine Feminine, please. We get the Manifest, the Magician. So she's in a manifesting energy this week. She's remembering that she has this ability. She might have forgotten it recently a little bit. But here's the deal. She's got the 8 of Fire. She's got the World. 8 of Fire energy. She can manifest. There's a lot of energy happening. So she needs to manifest in the right direction. Because what she focuses on, she will get more of. And so she's got to channel her energy towards the positive, towards the new beginning, towards the ability to manifest. And to not forget that she has that ability and that power. So this is saying, Divine Feminine, this week, please do some daily practice, whether that's meditating in the morning or before you go to bed, whatever it may be. But this is reminding you that even in the 8 of Fire, everything coming at you, please make the time for your spirituality. Please don't forget that. I know it's one of the things that's easy to fall away when we get overwhelmed, is we try to just do everything and we forget ourselves, or we forget what matters and what's gotten us here. So please do remember, Divine Feminine, to connect to your spirituality every day. Make a commitment, because it's important. So 3 cards, please, on the energies of the union this week. The well-deserved. Can I tell you, that jumped out as I was shuffling and talking, and I put it back in just because I wasn't even focused on a question. It just came out again, so it's a big message. The sadness and isolation, and the blossom card. So guys, we're getting the energy of the world here twice. Not the world, sorry. These cards, so it's interesting. So these decks all do a slight different interpretation and a different, sometimes they will change the numbers and the order of the major arcana. So this is the Judgment card, okay. So these 3 together, the union energies, the messages coming through, this is a major arcana, big message, spiritual message, is that things are blossoming right now. It's in a blossoming phase. See how she's got this ball of energy, this ball of fire that she's swirling with her focus, her intention, her spirituality, and her heart space. And guess what? Out of this fire, out of this creation is coming this beautiful vine that is grounded in reality. Okay, so this isn't just an etheric concept. This is the fire energy burning. And then this is coming into where it's going to be evidence of it in the physical world. So that message is coming through. And then there's that well-deserved reward. So these 2 together, this is happening, and this is the well-deserved reward. And this gentleman is standing on top of these pillars, ready to just say, hey, look what all I've done. Look what all I've accomplished. So there could be an energy of feeling like you're triumphant to some degree this week. There could be something that comes through where you go, you know what, I kind of conquered that. I used to really struggle with that, and I feel like I've done a good job with that. And the other card that comes up is the sadness and isolation card, and that came through in the specifics for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, so no surprise the same energy is coming through here in the union reading. But this is a message of, in the 3D world, in your real life, in your headspace, you may be feeling sadness and isolation. You may be feeling an element of grief. You may be feeling alone. And so this is the small self here. This is the ego. This is the heart space. This is the ego. This is the heart space, our higher self. And even though we might be feeling this sadness and isolation in the physical world, our spirit is totally rejoicing. Completely rejoicing. The spirit is like leaping up to the light in faith and in exaltation for the fact that even though there might have been this small thing that caused grief and sadness in the 3D, it's all for the better, to where there's many more blessings coming through that experience. So that card it was the same card that came up in both of the readings. It is the same energy of sadness and isolation, being on your own, not like feeling like you're all alone, but you're not. Remember, your higher self, your soul knows, and it's reminding you here. I'm going to pull 3 energy cards on the union energies, please. 3 energy oracles on the union energies this week. And we get the victory just flipped over in the deck. Victory is here. The world, the victory. Good things happening. So there's an element of positivity, forward movement in partnership and abundance happening this week. 2 more cards, please, for the union energies. And we get the first chakra, Archangel Michael, and we get the 7th chakra. So the solution this week, what the twins need to be focusing on in order to have this victory, this well-deserved reward, to help with this sadness and isolation, is they need to be connecting to their spirituality, their crown chakra, their higher self, really getting in touch with that, but at the same time grounding themselves. That's why this stone came out. It really wanted to ground the energies to Mother Earth, okay? Because we can get into this, the higher chakras, and so here's what I think about this too, what I'm hearing right now, is this is the Divine Feminine, this is Divine Masculine. Typically, Divine Feminine rules the upper chakras, the Divine Masculine is more on the lower chakras, and here they are. They're both here this week. They're both giving their best and their biggest gifts to this union this week on a spiritual level. So survival, stability, passion, this is the Divine Masculine's jurisdiction. And the Divine Feminine is bringing this together. And I feel like this week is a week of blending. Blending the gifts of both is what I'm hearing. Okay, I'm going to pull 3 Romance Angel cards for the union energies for the week. What messages do you have, Spirit, please, Romance Angels, for the twins for this week? What 3 cards do you have, messages do you have about their union energies this week, please? And we get the wedding card. We get retreat. And we get this could be the one. Whoa, guys, seriously. All right, we've got, this kind of looks like 3 wedding cards to me. This obviously is a wedding card. Here they've just gotten married and they're retreating to go be by themselves and love. And then here they're about to get married. So the energies this week is, I feel like the concept of long-term marriage, the concept of marriage, the concept of partnership, twin flame is coming through this week in the energies between the masculine and feminine. I feel like it's important for both of them to, if they're getting 8 of fire energy, 5 of air, these are 2 chaotic energies for both the divine masculine, 5 of air, divine feminine. So I think for them, the union energies, it's important for them to make sure they take time to retreat and to be with themselves, to connect to their higher selves so that they can handle these crazy energies coming at them. And then this could be the one. I think this is coming into play in the energies between them. I feel like the divine masculine might be moving into this awareness that his feminine may be this person that he's wanted, he's searched for, he's yearned for. But I feel like it's because it's coming here, because the 10 of Earth is here, ultimate happiness. The lovers, I mean, this is a big theme this week for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, is long-term stable partnerships that are here for a while and that have longevity. Wow. I mean, those cards are pretty self-explanatory, I think. They're... So I'm actually going to take advice cards from Archangel Michael for the divine masculine and the divine feminine, specific to their mind space, their head space, where they are in the physical, so their conscious mind. Because I know a lot of these readings always deal with their soul space and their soul level and their heart level and their higher self, the dimensions 5D plus and above. But I think people are always like, yeah, I get that on a soul level they might get it, but what are they thinking in the 3D? So I'm going to pull an advice card for Michael, from Michael, for the divine masculine right now. If a divine masculine is watching this video, what does he need to know in his physical world? What would be your advice for him in the physical, please, Michael? Your inner trustworthy, let me try that one again. Your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. And so this is a reflection of where the divine masculine has been in opening up to his intuition and understanding that this is this is a real thing and that he's actually really guided and connected. But this is reminding him that what he's realizing is that it's real and trustworthy. It's not just all in his head. He's not making it up. It's not something that's out there and crazy and how come I know this stuff, or how come I'm feeling this, and how come my intuition is right? And so this week, the Divine Masculine consciously is being reminded that he has a path to the divine. He has a path to this knowledge. He has a path to knowing and trusting his intuition. So this is about trusting it. Okay, Michael, what advice do you have for the Divine Feminine this week in the 3D? What is in the real world? What does the Divine Feminine need to know? What's your best advice for her, please, for this week? What does she need to focus on, or just need to know? Or what's your message for the Divine Feminine, please? Have a sense of humor. Gosh, this has been coming up a lot for the Divine Feminine. Ladies, have a sense of humor. You know, in this 8 of Fire energy, having a sense of humor will ground you, clear you, make you happy, raise your vibration so that you can manifest. Okay? Because if you don't have a sense of humor, you're going to say stuff you regret, and you do not want that. You don't. Thank you, Michael, for reminding us to have a sense of humor. I'm going to pull an advice card for the union from Michael. Kind of an overall. Michael, what's your advice for the twins this week about their union? What would you want to say to them right now, if you could speak to them right now? Because you're about to. Positive thoughts create positive results. This is a reminder of their manifesting energy. Okay? Divine Feminine, you got this card. Remember, you have the ability to manifest. Divine Masculine is learning that he has the ability to manifest. That came through, I think, in his specific reading. Go watch it get more messages on that, but this is very consistent. So this is reminding you that you have the ability to change your situation. If you're focused on what you don't have or what you're frustrated at, you'll get more of it. It's just it's a universal law. It's not someone's idea in a book. It's universal law that works whether you believe it or not. So remember, focus on the good things, the abundant things you have in your life. And I'm feeling called right now to pull a card. I don't usually use this deck in these readings, but right now my heart is calling me to pull a card from the Healing with Angels Oracle cards. I'm going to pull a healing card for the Divine Masculine, because everyone's working on their healing, right? I'm going to pull a card, please, for the Divine Masculine for this week. What does he need to focus on in his healing journey? And I'm going to pull one on the feminine, too. So one, please, for the Divine Masculine. Retreat. Yeah, he's just... This retreat card. Here you go. The need to retreat, the same word on both cards. So this is a big message. This is a need to retreat, to do some spiritual connecting, learning, understanding, disconnecting from the outside world to do your inner work. So that's the message for the Divine Masculine. And I'd like to pull one, please, for the Divine Feminine right now. What does the Divine Feminine need to heal this week, please? This one's calling support. So this is about the Divine Feminine reaching out to her support team. This could be in the higher realms, her angels, her guides, archangels, ascended masters, anybody. For the Divine Feminine this week, I think reaching out for support, and it could be in the three-dimensional too, family, friends, people that understand you, that really offer you the ability to hold the space for you so that you can have the world. So, Divine Feminine, don't be afraid to reach out for support. Don't be afraid to lean on others and be receptive to the support, because people who love us want to help us and support us. But if we don't give them the chance, then they can't show that love for us. So this is also reassuring you that you have a powerful team of benevolent beings. And this asks you to ask for their help more frequently. The angels are here to help and support us, but they can't help us unless we ask. So my daughter, I have this book I gave her when she was really little, and we've read it. It's by Doreen Virtue. It's called Thank You Angels. And one of the things that it says in the book, it's about how to leverage, how to connect with your angels and how they can support us in our path. And one of the things it says is, hey, we're angels and we're here to help you, but we can't help you unless you ask, is what the book says. So this is the energy for the Divine Feminine, the advice for what she needs to heal this week. As the Divine Feminine is remembering she's not in it by herself. She's not in it alone. She has the support. She has the support of higher beings that are supporting this union and this journey. All right, my lovely friends, I hope that this has given you some good messages and food for thought and things to think about. And as always, it's been my honor to do this reading for you. And if you do have any questions or want to reach out for a private reading, I would be honored to do that for you. And all the information is going to be in the description box below. And in the meantime, enjoy this week. New moon coming. Intention setting is super important. So until next time, in abundant love always. Bye.